how about that then? Newcastle United 2, Leicester City 0. My prediction originally was 0-0. We'll go on to pens and Newcastle win on penalties. But that was practically immaculate. There was a few little things that needed a bit of a upgrade, a little touch on. But I imagine they're things Eddie Howe sort of picked out himself, writ them down, and they'll work on it in training. So yeah, let's talk about it. We practically played the exact same way as we did against Leicester away from home a few weeks ago. We practically did. Joe Linton had the exact same role as he did in that game, and Joe Linton absolutely capitalised on that and had an even better performance. Not just because of his goal, that man ran the entire game. Him and Bruno, what a partnership that is. And funnily enough, they're both Brazilian. I'm going to go on to the match ratings straight away and then talk about Leicester's side of things, because there is a lot of things in the hand without Leicester's side. I understand the injury side of things, but their front three and their midfield was still pretty solid. It was just their back line was a bit shocking. So player ratings, Nick Pope's getting a 6. I could possibly put him higher, but there was literally nothing for him to do the entire game. Leicester had one shot on goal. Dan Burns getting an 8, by the way. Congratulations on your first Newcastle United goal. He bloody well deserves it. What a performance he put in. I didn't think he would work in left back. I understand he kind of played a role when Graham Potter was at Brighton with him in playing left back, but I just didn't think he suited that system. He does at Newcastle. Botman's getting a 7. I was going to give him a 6, but there was a few little challenges I started to realise at the end of the game, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to boost his rating a little bit. Yet again, though, there was just nothing that much for the defenders, so I can't really rate them too highly. Shaw's getting a 6, joint with... Actually, no, he's joint with Pope, but he hasn't got the lowest rating. Shaw's getting a 6, just simply, there was not much for him to do. And when there was something for the defence to do, it was left to Botman and Burn anyway. Kieran Trippier's getting an 8. Outstanding performance yet again. I think Kieran Trippier at this point must be averaging about an 8 or 9 rating every single game. Kieran Trippier is a brilliant player, honestly, and what a captain he is as well. Moving on to the midfield, Sean Longstaff's getting a 7. I gave him an 8, you know. I gave him an 8 originally, but I was like, I can't do that myself. I understand he's had a half-decent game, but that bloody miss in the first minute of the game just topped it off for me. I was like, okay, yeah, realistically, thinking back to that, I need to just drop the rating a bit. But he still had about 4 good attempts on goal. It was just Danny Ward that actually had probably the best game of his career, considering he's a very shit goalkeeper. Sorry to put that out there, but he is. What a performance he had, by the way, and still managed to lose the game. Bruno's getting a 9. What can I say? Bruno is probably, in my time of being a Newcastle fan, being alive to watch Newcastle, Bruno Guimaraes is... I don't want to say this too soon, but he might be the best Newcastle player I've seen, live, watching them play since I've been alive. Obviously, if I look back at highlights, he wouldn't be. But in my lifetime, Bruno's probably the best player we've ever had. That's not even an overstatement. I'm being serious about that. Joe Willock's getting an 8. Another outstanding performance from Willock. I'm really proud of how far he's come from not getting minutes at Arsenal and not doing that well in their academy system, and then being sold to Newcastle after his loan spell, remember. Brilliant from Willock. Always proud of that player. What a guy. On the right, you've got Miguel Almiron. Miguel Almiron's getting a 9. On the left, you've got Joe Linton. Joe Linton's also getting a 9. And then down the middle, Callum Wilson's getting a 5. Unfortunately, the lowest rating today. Callum Wilson was a bit disappointing. Yeah, again, there was just not that much for Wilson to do. He was never really given the ball, to be honest. But he never needed to, because like I said, Joe Linton and Miggy and Bruno were just running that role so well. We didn't even need a number 9. We didn't need the number 9 at all. Wilson could have just not played that game. We could have played the game with 10 men, and we still would have had the same outcome. So I'm not saying Wilson played badly, it's just there was not enough of Wilson to give a high rating, if that makes sense. But yeah, so we've got 3 man the match awards to give out, basically. Bruno's got a 9, Almiron's got a 9, Joe Linton's got a 9. I don't know who to give it to, but I do actually, because I've circled his name on my piece of paper. Miguel Almiron's my man the match. I know Bruno won it on the telly, but I've got to give it to Almiron. Almiron was just... It was one of Miguel Almiron's best performances in a Toon shirt, and considering this season he's had ridiculous performances, got a Player of the Month award and everything, and a Goal of the Month award as well. I just couldn't not give it a Miggy. What a fucking player he's turning into, honestly. The fact that Miguel Almiron, when he passes the ball, he makes a run to get the ball back. He wants the ball now, and that just drops it off for me. But like I said, Bruno is just such a clinical player. It's insane how talented that guy is. Joe Linton as well. Cherry on top of the cake. For the substitutions, I'm just going to put NA for all of them, to be honest, because they didn't really have an effect on the game. There was no effect needed, really. We could have done with the third goal, I suppose, but Isak was pretty close to doing that anyway. I'm so excited for Isak to come back to, like, full fitness where he can play week in, week out, hopefully. I can't wait to see that because Isak is a brilliant player. And just seeing the way he's moving with the ball and the runs that he makes off the ball, you can tell he's going to be a player for the future. He's incredible. But yes, anyway, let's talk about Leicester now. Like I said, Leicester, they've just got a lot of work needed on their team. I think Brendan Rodgers is the man for the job. I hate to say it, you'd think you've got to sack the manager at this point. What's happening at Leicester? But I can't forget, Brendan Rodgers got them back into European football and done pretty well in Europe as well with them. He just needs a bit of investment to the right players, because that Fairs he's diabolical. He is shit. He's one of the worst centre-backs I've ever seen play football. He's dreadful. They need the right investment. The injuries didn't, obviously... the injuries went against them. Sorry, they didn't not go against them. They went against them, the injuries. I mean, you didn't have Maddison. I think it would have been a completely different game if you had a full... Like, you had Johnny Evans back and you had Maddison in there. I think it would have been a completely different game because Leicester did have a few good opportunities. And when Vardy come on, Vardy should have had a brace in the space of a minute. But he missed 2 setters. If that's Vardy from, like, 5 years ago, burying them. Vardy's got a hat-trick coming off the bench if that's him 5 years ago. So Newcastle need to be a little bit careful about them situations as well. But apart from that, like I said, it was just a clean performance and I'm well over the moon for them. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying these daily videos, please smash that like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Remember, every single day there's new upload on this channel, and very soon we are going to be up with some gaming content. I'm actually in the works of making a gaming video right now for this channel. That should be out later on this week, hopefully. I just need to find the time to finish the video off because I'm doing it in little parts. But bear with us on that, people, yes. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night, Newcastle fans. Leicester fans, comment down below what do you think of the game, get knocked out of the Carabao Cup, what have you. It'll be nice to talk with you in the comments. So yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow.